Why do you need an external monitor for videography? This is why. So for videography you need an external monitor. Why do you need that? Because you can use the monitor on the back of the camera, no problem. But when you don't have a swivel screen to the side of a flip up screen, it's very hard to film yourself. It's not only for yourself, it's in general. So it's very hard to film yourself. It's also easier because the biggest screen you get on a camera is 3 inches. That's a small one. So you can't really see the details, or when there is something wrong in the back, you can't really focus on that because it's so little. You need to focus on what you're filming. That's why monitors come in handy. Monitors are mostly big. This is a 4.5 inch and I got also a 5.5 inch. It's easier to see what you're filming, and if your exposure is right, if your focus is right, you can see it easily with a monitor. You can put monitor everywhere you want if you have the tools to do it. Why a monitor? I can see everything in the back of my camera monitor. Yeah, that's what I thought too, until I get one of these. You can see a lot more with a monitor. You have features on it you don't have mostly on the camera. Focus peaking, most cameras have that these days. Focus peaking, zebras, not every camera has zebras, especially Canon doesn't have zebras on every camera. It's handy to have zebras to see when your highlights are overexposed. You have false color to see the correct exposure of your subject, like skin tones is very easy to see. This one doesn't have one. This is an older one. The newer one, they have it. So, but you also got pixel to pixel. You can zoom in to see if you're really in focus. You can do that with every camera. Some cameras have, I know the Panasonic have it. When you manual focus, it's automatically zooms in to see if the focus is good. So you can have an HDMI in from the camera, HDMI out from the camera into the monitor, but you also can have another HDMI out to another monitor. So you can have more monitors on one camera, like one for yourself and one for a focus puller when you have a focus puller. And that's easily. You can monitor the audio. The most monitors has an audio plug, 3.5. You have a DC in for wall power, and you use batteries. Most monitors use the MPF batteries for Sony. These are 2 of them. This is the small one, the 550, and the bigger one, the bigger brother, the 750. You also got one higher than that. Is the 950 of 970 is that. That's one bigger, so you can see it. This one is double the size of the smaller one. These 2 combined is a 970. Those are huge and those are also heavy. It depends on what you need. There are so many brands of monitors. I like the Feelworld ones. You have a 4K input, so when you film 4K you can still see everything normally on the monitor. Not every monitor has it, so when you then film 4K you can't see with the monitor because it doesn't support it. But I like the Feelworld ones, and you have Must HD, you have Small HD, you have Endocine, you have Filtrox get something. Now Feelworld is one. It's one of the budgets. And you have Atomos, the recorders / monitors. They are specially priced. Those 2. Feelworld is a pretty cheap one. It's I believe, a Chinese maker. Chinese one, I believe. I don't know if that is true. They make affordable ones. These both are under the 200. This 200, the 5.5 is under 200. That's pretty cheap. If you have a small HD one, the cheapest is 500, 550, I believe. That's very expensive for a monitor. And you have the Atomos with recorders. Those are around 800 to $1,000. So yeah, you can also have the bigger monitors for bigger shoots, but those are expensive. You have variable sizes from 4.5 to 5 to 6, 7 inch. The 7 inch are pretty big. Mostly they use 7 inch. but I use like what smaller ones because it's affordable. You can pack it easily away. It's lighter, not that it's that much heavier in 7-inch, but it's lighter to travel with, so I like those more. Those pack a ton of awesome things. You can see a ton more with these than the camera monitor, and those are not that hard to find. Every country have their own selection of brands, and I know here in the Netherlands it's easy to get Feelworld or Small HD, but when you are somewhere in America, I don't know what you have there. Maybe you have their whole other brand. Must HD is a big one, I know there. Andesini, they got more there. Andesini is also one. Feelworld owns Andesini, I believe. I don't know really, but those are the same companies eventually, because Feelworld owned them. Maybe it's another name in another country, I don't know. There are a lot of choices to make. So I said, buy a monitor. It's helped you a lot with shooting, and it is so much easier. You can monitor your sound, correct your exposure with histograms, false color, focus peaking, zebras, with everything that they pack on them, and shooting will be a lot easier that way. So I hope you like this video. It's a little small fast video, and let me know if you have a monitor, or do you want to buy a monitor, or there are other brands you think are good. Let me know down below, and then I hope to see you in another video. Oh my god, the sun has gone away. I don't like that, but I'm keep on going. See you in the next video. Aloha.